Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Just the struggle this morning. Just the struggle. And we're gonna talk about some of the things that's going on in my life, man, that made this morning a lot more difficult than it had to be. But I'm so happy that y'all are here, man, for another edition. Today is Thursday. I forgot what Thursday's supposed to be. No, it's supposed to have some kind of theme. We got to talk about it. Talk Tuesday is motivational. Monday, hunch day. Wednesdays. Friday should be something too. We just lose it. And Thursday, just like in real life, man, nobody cares about Thursday. It's just like real life. Thursday is real hard in the place. Thursday is a highly overlooked day. And here we are right here, perpetuating that same thing. Thankful Thursday? Nah. Yeah. Because today, am I thankful today? Yeah. Yeah. Whatever, man. But we're here, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back again, I thank you, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. So welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. What this is my horrible idea to get up first thing in the morning, regardless of what I had going on the night before or whatever. I always come in here and try to deliver a little bit of something for y'all. Even if I can't be on here long, I try to give y'all as much of me as possible. Today, you're getting a whole lot of me because I don't have stitch or nothing on from the bottom. Hey, listen, it's just Wangle and Dangle at the bottom today. The law firm of Wangle and Dangle at the bottom. I didn't have time to get up and put pants on too. If y'all lucky, y'all got this shirt. And today is one of those mornings. The law firm of Wangle and Dangle. The first thing that I do, man, the one thing that has any consistency on this show is I get up every morning and I speak to everybody. Whether I'm raw cheek in the chair or not, I speak to everybody. And that's what's happening this morning. This morning, it's cheeks on the chair. And then I apologize to the chair more than anybody. But I go ahead in the morning, I speak to those who speak to me. The first three people get the M&Ms, the mythical medals. And let me go ahead and start by giving those out. The bronze goes to Shannon this morning. Good morning. The silver goes to Melissa Kuther, like Luther. And the gold goes to Ida, IDA, Ida Seaborn. IDA, Ida with the gold, Melissa with the silver, Shannon with the bronze. After that, we got Wilberta in the building. Good morning. Melba, Lasha Unda, Kim, Double Kims, Miami's finest. The Lisa's in the building. Then Lisa. See, that's the difference. This is the Lisa, and this is just a Lisa. So you got the Lisa, and then you got a Lisa. There's two different Lisas. Franita's in the building. Lakeisha again. She's so lingual. Pastor Shy's in here. My man Larry Hales is in here. Big Rudy is what they call him. Candy. Eva Tay, Siobhan. Crystal Sex Appeal is in here this morning, and my man Jason Wells. See, we knock out all those people that speak easy. So we got to talk about today's Thursday, and I think the title might have been "Why Does Life Have to Be Like This?" And let me tell you what it is. First of all, last night's sleep was doing well. And I realized that life doesn't care about you as a person. Here's what I last night really showed me. Life could care less about you as a person. Life doesn't care what you got going on. I was in here just trying to get a nice little sleep on, just to get my little sleep on, because yesterday I had to drive down to Carolina. I drove down to go get my daughter, drove right back. And no matter what people think, good morning, Brother Cross, sir. No matter what people tell you, when you start getting up in the age, them drives of a distance, they start hitting different. Man, when I was 19, 20, I jump in the car, just drive forever. You be like, let's drive to California. Bet, let's go. And I would go. Turn right back around, come back from California. No issues. But as I moved up, and now that I'm 40, man, driving out the driveway requires a nap. Like if I pull out that driveway and come back in, there's a nap that's necessary afterwards. There's definitely a nap needed afterwards. And it is weird that it drains you so much because you are sitting down the whole time. You just sitting. But I think with driving, you got to be at a certain posture. You got to stay aware and alert. You can't just kind of relax. You still up. And if you really driving like you should be driving, you should be focused. Like you should be laser focused on that thing. Bam. You should be on there. Because I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm driving yesterday, and I'm driving up and I'm back yesterday, and I'm trying to make good time. Now, that's one thing about me, though. I'm finna make good time. That GPS lies to me every time. That GPS is telling me 3 hours, 45 minutes to 4 hours to get down there. And I'm telling that GPS every time 3:30. 3:30. That's all I'm giving me. I'm giving me 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's what I'm giving me to get there. And I got to make up that time somewhere. I got to make that time up somewhere. Lisa's absolutely right. 58 is where you lose it. Because you can't speed on 58. They've been adding new speed traps on 58. They now got these speed cameras that when you first hit Suffolk, so you can't speed through Suffolk. And who wants to be in Suffolk? Suffolk and suffering sound just alike. Nobody want to be in Suffolk, but they got these speed cameras up. You can't do more than 35. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. When you're on a road trip, if you're doing 35, it feel like you're not even moving. 35 feels like sitting still. 35 feel like you at a light. So I'm doing 35 through parts of Suffolk. Then I hit 58 proper up by Emporia, Southampton, Emporia. You can't fly through there because they own it. They ready to pull you over. Now they do have grace, and I don't see anybody getting pulled over in Franklin. Franklin is the one city in this area that you smell when you hit there. You know you in Franklin because Franklin's whole city has an aroma. I don't know how people continue to live in Franklin. I don't know if they just go nose blind to the aroma or what, but when you hit Franklin, you know you hit Franklin because that smell is going to get you every time. Mama said knock you out. So they don't mind if you speed through there. I'm putting the pedal to the metal in Franklin. Boom. So I'm out, right? So I'm driving. When I was driving back yesterday, I seen an outsider, somebody from Ohio. I know they from Ohio because I seen they 30-day tags and it said Ohio. I'm behind them the whole time. They got a beautiful, beautiful BMW sports car. A beautiful BMW sports car. It's nice. But it's a lime green. It's a bright neon green. I was like, I'd never drive a car that color, but it's a nice. And he was getting it with no problem on 58. Maybe doing about 85, 90. I was like, and I'm right behind him. Maybe he dyslexic. Maybe he see that 58 sign and think that the speed limit is 85. I don't know what he's thinking. So I get behind him and we gone. And I'm doing like 80 and he's still inching away from me. He doing like 80 and he's still speeding away. But we got all them hills. The hills are alive. So he gets over one of the hills. I'm behind him. I don't get to the hill at the same time he did. When he goes over the hill, I lose sight of him. When I get back to the top of the hill, it's him, the sheriff, then me. I was like, oh, they got one. And I'm still not sure if I'm wanted by the police because I slowed down and I seen the police officer. He was behind the guy and he was pointing. He was pointing like this. So I don't know if he was pointing at me or telling the guy to get over. But I just acted like I ain't see him, and I just kept going. And when I didn't see him later, I figured I was all right. So that was it. I was there, so I was tired last night. I was tired last night, sleeping. I came in, watched a little Christmas film last night. Pretty good Christmas film. Went ahead, went to go to bed. So as I go to bed, I think right when I hit the stage of good sleep, and I realized life don't care about me. I get in there and get to sleep kind of good, and all of a sudden my phone is going crazy. My phone's ringing, my watch, my iPad, the computer, everything's going crazy because it's an Amber Alert. Now, I understand that children get kidnapped at weird times, and I guess you gotta let the public know right when the child gets kidnapped. You can't wait 5 or 6 hours. But I don't know whoever that kidnapper is, but that kidnapper's on my list. Because whoever kidnapped that child picked a horrible time to kidnap a child. That Amber Alert went off, and I was up. Now I'm up over a kid I don't even know. I don't even know this child. Now I'm not out on the streets. I can't find the SUV that they're looking for. I'm stuck in the house. I'm in the house awake now because of Amber. Because it's Amber Alert. Now I can't go back to sleep. I've been Amber Alerted. Life don't care about you. Life don't care that you got to sleep. Life don't care that you got to go to work. Amber alerted me. I was like, I don't even know. And that has shown that white women have been disrupting black man's lives forever. Amber got in there, and I don't know. I can't remember whether the child was white or black, the original Amber. But I'm just telling you, that Amber Alert had my heart on 1,000. Now I'm up. So now I got up, painted the house, all kinds of stuff. I couldn't even, and now they found him. See, that's what I'm talking about. All that the child was already found. Just a Hispanic child. I mean, but the original Amber was Hispanic. Amber's not a traditionally Hispanic name. Oh, they were trying to find a Hispanic 17-year-old. Okay, but I'm just talking about originally. So that got up. Then I came in here and painted the house. I went outside to wash my car. I know my neighbors were trying to figure out what was going on, but now I'm up. Now I'm up. So I just got up, started doing stuff. I mean, vacuuming. I made a Christmas ham. I did all that kind of stuff, man, because now I'm up. I'm just up, you know? Like, because life don't care about you. Life don't care what you got to do. So now that I did all that stuff, what's going on, Lawrence? Now that I've done all that stuff, let me do this while Lawrence is in here, man. Lawrence is also up for one of these awards, just like I am, man. If you get a chance to go to the site for the Nwari Awards, if y'all can go in there and you can vote, and he's in there under Best DJ. That's who got my vote. Y'all can go on noirhampton.com and vote. I'm nominated in the Best Comedian category. So y'all can go and vote for me for that. But vote for my man Lawrence Stokes, DJ Lawrence, as Best DJ. Okay, back to what I was saying. That Lakeisha, I know that seems like a lot, but can you start kidnapping? If people go kidnap kids at an hour where we all awake. It should be an extra charge on them if they kidnap people and there's an Amber Alert at night. If they got to use the Amber Alert system, it should be a whole nother felony because you don't know who you waking up. I wonder. Now this just me just spitballing. What if you got an older person? That Amber Alert went off at 12 o'clock, set them in a cardiac arrest. Can we charge the kidnapper also with involuntary manslaughter? You killed my grandma with that Amber Alert. And I want justice. Retribution. So while the ham was cooling and the paint was drying, I finally fell back to sleep. Once I fell asleep again, it was time to get up. Now I'm up. You know, I was asleep. Now it's time for me to get up, and I'm dragging to get up. It was a fight this morning for me to get up. And then I realized again why life doesn't love me, why life don't care. Life don't care. Good morning, Lisa. I realized again why life don't care about me. Because life is just cruel at times. I got up this morning prepared to do the show. I said, well, now I'm up. I was going to come in here, right grumpy, and do the show and be a little bit on time, somewhere towards on time. Just need to put my glasses on so I can read the comments. Couldn't find my glasses. My glasses aren't in normal glasses place. I got I think y'all call them nightstands. I got a nightstand right beside my bed. That's why I put all my important stuff at night. My CPAP machine, my glasses, my phone. You just throw those up there. You throw those on the table, that's where everybody goes. So that's where my glasses should be in the morning. So I get up this morning, can't find my glasses. Now, the hard part about not being able to find my glasses is that the one thing that can help me find my glasses the most is the one thing that I can't find. If I could find my glasses, it would be, if I had my glasses on, it would be easier for me to find my glasses. But I couldn't find my glasses so that I could find my glasses. It was just a vicious cycle. Y'all call them nightstands. I called it the little tiny dresser. I'd be like, hey, go look on the little tiny dresser. Whenever I gotta tell my son, hey, go in my room, look on the tiny dresser. Like the song Tiny Dancer, I got a tiny dresser. I went to go look on the tiny dresser and my glasses weren't there. I'm looking everywhere, but I need my glasses so that I can find my glasses. So now I'm all on the floor in all fours, no pants on, cheeks in the air. If this had been prison, it would have been a horrible time for me. I'm on the floor, searching on the floor. I'm just talking about cheeks in the air. Cheeks in the air, doing this right here. Cheeks in the air, breaststroking on the ground, reading the ground as if it's written in Braille. And when I realized life don't care about you, I'm up in the morning. When you realize you up in the morning blind with your cheeks in the air, you realize you reached a low point. You start to really reflect on what has gone on in your life that has led you to that point. What has led me to the point where I'm cheeks up, blind in the morning? Cheeks up, wangle dangling. Delisa, I felt like we should have. Delisa took my punchline. I was going to put out an Amber Alert. Delisa stole my punchline. That was what I was going to get to. Stole my... See, life don't care. Life don't care. Delisa came right through, stole my punchline. All of that was going to lead to, I was up, I was blind, I was wangling, dangling, and this made me just reach out, put out an Amber Alert for my glasses. And here goes Delisa. You should have put out an Amber Alert for your glasses. Yes, Delisa. Yes. Sometimes, Delisa, I like to milk the story. It's like two fine boobs. You want to milk them, That's what I want to do to the story sometimes. Just milk the story. Get all that I can out of it. You think I really be having 30 minutes of stuff to talk about? No, Delisa. I got a limited amount of story. Let me tell y'all something. Every morning when I wake up, I don't plan this show at all. But I wake up, I got about 5 minutes worth of stuff to say. I got to stretch it out to 30. It's the one thing in my life that I don't have a lot of that I can stretch out and make it into a lot. No, you're all right, Delisa. I'm just playing. Sometimes in life, you got stuff that is not as much as you wish it was, and you can stretch it out. And when you have that ability, you use it. Most of the stuff that I have that's not large as I want it to be, I can't make it bigger just on my own. There's other things. Oh, the IT guy's done. The IT guy. Let me tell you something. I'm in here clearing caches and eating cookies. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't got too much. Good morning, JD. Don't call me Martin Luther King. Good morning, Vina. Vina's one of those weird people. I always wonder about weird people relationships. I know Vina and her husband, neither one of them biblically. And Vina is if I'm not mistaken, is about 4'3", maybe 4'4" on a good day. Her husband has got to be 6'11". Gotta be. And you put the two of them together, that wasn't them odd couples. I always look at couples, and I know they say opposites attract, but they are complete opposites. Vena's like 4'11", light skinned, demure, very petite, all of those things. And then her husband is pretty much Shaquille O'Neal. You know, I always look at those couples and wonder how they get together. I'm like, what led you? How did he even meet her? When was he looking down so that he could meet her? It's fun. I love the awkward couple. Like black and white just ain't enough for me. Black and white ain't enough. I need that tall, slim man with that short, robust woman. So they look like a lowercase b when they together, when they look like that. I love that, when they look like that, depending on which side she's on, she can look like a lowercase d sometimes. I like those couples because I always want to figure out how that works. Like he said, would I date a woman that's taller than you? I have. I have. So first of all, my daughter is 6 foot, probably maybe 5'11". She's just a little bit taller than I am, and her mom, I think, is 6 foot, 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1". Like, I think that tall woman thing is, I think it's a challenge. Here's the thing I realized about taller women, right? Taller women generally don't like to date shorter guys. Now, if you're a shorter guy wanting to date a taller woman, you got to be wider because your width gives you the illusion of height. You look taller sometimes just because you're wide. Now, and there's a certain level of wide you can get to. Not like the penguin. You can't get penguin wide. Not that. That's not gonna work. Nobody thinks the penguin is tall. But there are some people. I always look taller just because I'm chunky. I'm not all that tall. I'm 5'10". I'm not that tall. I'm not. I don't even think I hit normal American height. There are levels. Zoe said there are levels. If you gonna be not that tall, you got to be wide to give the appearance of height, right? So if you appear tall, you do it. Here's what I realized about tall women. Tall women generally do not like men who are shorter than them. Like Lakeisha says, they prefer a taller man because they're tall. Always a concern for them is what are we gonna look like in pictures? What are we gonna look like in pictures? I can't even lie to you. Most of the time, the man is taller than the woman. Y'all hold on one quick second. Most of the time, the man in the picture is taller than the woman. And that looks natural. Y'all see my prom pictures, my prom date, way up there. You don't even know I'm in the picture because they had to focus on her. So I'm barely in the picture. You don't get to see my shoes in the picture. Here's the thing, right? So you got a taller woman. They generally don't like to date shorter men. Shorter men, if you're going to talk to a taller woman, you got to compensate it with a higher level of confidence. I'm talking about your confidence level got to be so high, she don't even notice that you so low. See, tall men will date anybody. Tall men, again, standards is different. Tall men ain't like, I'm looking for a tall woman. No, they looking for whatever. A woman. That's what they looking for, a woman. They ain't necessarily going to... Now, if they can match up with somebody the same height as them, that's different because you can create a super baby that way. That's how you create super babies. You put, like Candace Parker and she married a Duke basketball player. I think they baby gonna be a super baby. So here's the thing, Lakeisha. Not that Napoleon confidence issue. That's different. Not that one. Not that. That's a different confidence. Napoleon confidence is different. That's not the confidence of just wanting to go talk to him. No, there's a different level of confidence. Short men feel like the world is theirs. They approach the tiny men. They've already been given the short end of the stick. Tiny men approach everything like that. Tiny men approach it like Daddy DeVito. You talking to me? You talking to me? Every time. That's what short men come, and it's cute. He be like, oh, look at the elf. Look at the angry elf. I ain't talking about that kind of short. I'm just talking about regular height guys. You got to have the confidence to be able to come in and sweep her off her feet. Sometimes you literally got to sweep her off her feet so that y'all can be at eye level and talk. But you got to be able to come into that game so strong that she don't even notice the height difference. You got your confidence is a different confidence. It ain't midget confidence. Midget confidence is different. Like they be like, "Ooh, I can make you all the toys you want." That's different. You gotta have a strong, grown manness. Like yo alpha maleness gotta be alpha mailing. You got to. You can't. Prince was what, 4'3"? He wasn't tall at all. Prince was super short. But any woman would have went with Prince. Prince was 5'2". 5'2". Prince was 5'2". 100 and some pounds. Prince is a little man. But Prince's confidence, Prince's whole aura, he was in there with Prince. Prince was 5'2". And Prince is confident, but Prince didn't have midget confidence. Prince's confidence was different. Prince made people want him, men and women, because Prince made it seem like, I know you want me, but you can't have me. Prince was one of the rare people who was like, me choosing you is the gift to you. Prince had it going on. Prince walked out chapless. Wilberta said, I gave him 2 inches because of his hair. No, don't give him that. Don't give him that. This is one of the rare occasions where a woman is going to give man an extra 2 inches. We appreciate it, Wilberta, but Prince was 5'2". Heck of a basketball player. Little, but a great basketball player. Prince used the reverse psychology on women. He was like, me dressing like you is more manly. Yeah, Prince was arrogant. Like Prince's thing was so, Prince was so arrogant. Prince was so anti-people that people wanted to be there. Like it was a Pandora's box of sorts. Like you had to be, they're like, Prince doesn't like anybody. Oh, I'm gonna make Prince like me. Oh my God, I want to be around him because he hates people. You're like, what? How's this working? Prince was different. Michael Jackson, though, if Michael Jackson and Prince had to play basketball against each other, Michael Jackson would have to beat Prince in the post. He would have to. He got to dog him in the post. Michael Jackson got a height advantage. He's about 5'9", 5'10". Prince will put on a 6-inch wig, 6-inch heel. We talked about those 6-inch heels yesterday. Prince in a 6-inch heel. Now he's a normal sized man. He's a musical genius, absolutely. But he's so small. Now Mike wasn't no 6 feet tall. Mike was, see, and that's the thing. Mike was slim as a rail. Mike had that talent. People thought Mike was taller than Mike really was. Mike wasn't 6 foot. Michael Jackson was about 5'9", 5'10". Mike was like me. Me and Mike about the same height. Mike, I'm Lakeisha. I'm gonna have to find out how Michael Jackson height. I don't. Everything I'm getting from Google is giving me 5'9". Bruno Mars is at 5'5". And you remember Michael had on that platform shoe, so he might have looked like he was 6. But everything I'm getting is giving 5'9". I can't find anything giving Michael 6 foot tall. And that's true. He was 5'9", 175, but he was always very slim and seemed taller and looked taller, but 5'9". I told you. Definitely not 6 foot. Definitely not. The fact that we arguing over how tall Michael Jackson was, but definitely won't 6 foot. Definitely want a 6 footer, 5'9". He just looked slim. Now the 175, the 175 might have been a rough move. Might have been 125. They trying to give him 175 on the thing. Now, 2 things I want to do for the season. I'm getting ready to get off the show. Good morning, Thea. Tito was always chunky. Tito ate. Tito was gonna eat. Tito knew who he was. Tito's always been my favorite Jackson. Not just because he's named after a liquor, but just because Tito's lack of care was what you wanted. Tito had it all going. Now, Jermaine, Randy, I don't know who the other one is. You got Michael, Tito, Jermaine, Randy. There's a 5th one. Jermaine, Randy, Tito, Michael, Robert, maybe? Action? Is that the 5th of the Jackson 5? Tito, Jackie Jackson, Shavarius, Marlon. Is it Marlon or Jackie? I think Marlon is a weigh-in. So you got Tito, Michael, Jackson, Tito, Michael, Randy, Marlon. Marlon Jackson? Is it Marlon or Jackie? I thought LaToya is LaToya Marlon. How many? Now y'all are making me Google overtime. Who are the Jackson 5? And now y'all are really putting me to work. Now I'm also my own research department. So when you look up the Jackson 5, 6 people come up. For most of their career, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael. So why am I just making up Randy? Did I just make up Randy? Who is Randy? Are there 6 members of the Jackson 5? Randy was a cousin. But most of the time it was Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael. Jackie played the tambourine. So Randy was basically the Johnny Gill of the Jackson 5. Randy was a cousin. Randy's a cousin. He's the Johnny Gill of the Jackson 5. Randy ain't gonna never get no respect. Randy Jackson? They're like Randy Jackson and Toya are the same. And then what's the girl's name? Ruby? Is there a Ruby Jackson too? Now at least LaToya came out. Not that Randy Jackson, another Jackson. Now they saying he the younger brother. I'm looking at the. All right, let me see. Let me put in here Michael Jackson's siblings. Y'all, we are getting deeper. This is why I like black people. Black people can have 75 different facts for the same people. Catherine and Joe Jackson were Michael's parents, and he was number 8 of 10 children. From oldest to youngest, Reby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Latoya, Marlon, whose twin Brandon died in childbirth, Michael, Randy, and Janet. Randy was not a cousin. Randy is a sibling. There's 10 of them. 10 Jacksons. Reby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Latoya, Marlon, Brandon died in childbirth, Michael, Randy, and Janet. Now they talking about Michael's secret half sister, Giovanni. Now that's something. I didn't know about that one. I was reading. I didn't know he wasn't a cousin. I'm reading the thing. The thing said, the Google said he was a cousin. Well, anyway, here's some things I want to dissect. I want to do 2 things. Of course, we've added the word of the day to the show at the end, but during this Christmas season, I want to dissect toxic Christmas songs. Yesterday, my daughter's not a good passenger. She doesn't, when she's in the passenger seat, she's just going to sleep. She's just going to sleep. She's going to sleep. My daughter goes to sleep soon as she gets in the car. She did give me about 30 minutes this time on the ride back because we watched the end of a movie. We watched the end of the Mario Brothers movie. I hadn't seen it. It's on Netflix, so I finally watched it while I was driving down. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say, why are you watching movies while driving on 85, doing 85? I say, worry about your Aunt Charles. And then we started watching Taken on the way back. And I always make her watch Taken, especially as she starts to get older, just to remind her never to go outside. So we watched Taken. She went to sleep. So after she went to sleep, I turned off Taken. The Mario Brothers movie, it was what it was. Did I feel like my life was enhanced by watching it? No. Was it great? Did I have to watch it again? No. But could I? Yes. It was just good. It was just good. It was just a good film. That's all it was. It wasn't like, oh, I loved it, you know. So anyway, what was I at? Oh, because she went to sleep, I decided to go ahead and listen to music. I listened to Christmas carols all the way back. And I realized there were some really toxic Christmas carols. So as we head into the holiday season, we're going to talk about toxic Christmas carols. And then we'll do the word of the day, then we'll be out. Our toxic Christmas carol of the day is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Toxic Christmas carol. And the one that I feel is toxic, I don't know who originally wrote the song. I don't know who did the song first. So let me at least do that. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. And I think it was the Jackson 5 was first. It is by the Jackson 5. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. It's by the Jackson 5. This song is toxic. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, it promotes cheating in the household. So we got to think about the time frame in which this song was done. When I Saw Mommy, let's look into it deeper. See, we all looking at it with our childlike eyes. No, we got to look at it in reality. Catherine had to have been cheating. We all think in our head that the Santa Claus was Joe dressed up. But Joe, what we know of Joe Jackson, ain't no dressing up as Santa Claus in Joe Jackson's house. Ain't no dressing up as Santa Claus. And those kids knew Joe. They knew Joe. They knew Joe's body structure. They would have known Joe wasn't a big man. She saw Mama kissing Santa Claus. Now, I'm going to give you even further. Let's get into the lyrics. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep. down the stairs to have a peep. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. Now, that's the first problem. You got 10 kids in the house. You know somebody's going to be awake. Why is you bringing your side piece into your home with 10 kids upstairs? Catherine, you got 10 kids upstairs. 10 kids. Shannon, this wasn't going to be my original toxic song, but since we already started talking about the Jacksons, you brought a strange man into 2300 Jackson Street. So a lot of y'all are saying, no, it was Joe. It was Joe. It was Joe. Okay, cool. But then I saw mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. Come on, man. When did Joe ever have a beard? Joe never had a beard. Toxicity from Catherine in the house. Now, here's where it got even more toxic to me. We know about Joe's history. We know about Joe. No, Paula. No, this ain't got nothing to do with Joe being a marketing genius. Let me tell y'all something. We know Joe's history. We know Joe will beat them kids, and I'm pretty sure Joe, every now and again, will go and give a left hook to Catherine. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Here's the most dangerous part. Here's the most toxic part. Is when Michael says, and I'm going to tell my dad. Do you realize what you was about to set in motion, Michael? You finna get Catherine the beating of her life. Why is you finna tell on your mama? Now, I ain't never had no dad in the house so that I could tell my mama on my daddy or my daddy on my mama. But I do realize, I just believe, if I saw my mama downstairs kissing some white man and stroking his beard, I ain't finna go tell my daddy. First of all, he should have kept that information to himself until it was time and he needed it. It was 10 kids in that house. It was going to be a day that they didn't have enough of something for everybody to get some, and Michael was going to want it. That's when you go to your mama and be like, hey, Mom, hey, you mind if I get that last piece of chocolate cake? Michael, you know, good way you can have that chocolate cake. That chocolate cake is for your daddy. You wait till he get home. Oh, kind of like you waited till he got home when you was kissing that white man underneath the mistletoe. Oh, yeah, I saw it, Mama. I'm holding that information. Catherine, toxicity. It won't no black Santa Clauses back then. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. There were no black Santas back then. I've been Black Santa. People pay attention to Black Santa. That's a big thing. When a Black Santa comes through, different thing. He didn't say I saw Mama kissing Black Santa. The beard was snowy white. Oh, what a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. The naivety of Michael Jackson believing that his daddy would have been laughing to catch his mama kissing a strange white man. None of the brothers believe. None of the 9 siblings. He talking about what a laugh it would have been. No, what a laugh it would have been. It would have went from I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus to I saw Randy dialing 911. I saw Randy dialing 911 because my dad was standing with a gun. That's exactly what it would have been. Michael ain't know no better. What a scene. What a laugh it would have been. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. I'm just telling y'all now, would not have went the way Michael thought it would have. That's right. Joe would have been they would have been that type of a laugh. So you bring a whole man in here. The Mid-City Santa Claus was great. I don't remember him being black though. I think y'all rewriting history. And I'm only gonna say the Santa Claus that we had back in the 80s, it was a place called Mid-City. Santa Claus used to parachute in. I can't see him being black because I don't see no black man just randomly jumping out of no airplane. I ain't got us doing it. It was beautiful, but I don't got us doing it. I'm almost positive every Santa Claus that we had contact with back in the day was white. And if there happened to be a black Santa, we already knew that was Fugazi. We was like, that's a fake Santa. That Santa ain't real. That ain't him. That ain't Santa. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm just telling you, we didn't land on Plymouth Santa. Plymouth Santa landed on us. To quote Florida Evans from the movie Rosewood, he was white as butter. And they didn't even celebrate Christmas because they were Jehovah's Witnesses. That's the whole thing about it. They got a whole Christmas album. That's what I'm talking about. Michael Jackson and them. Listen, yes, Joe beat the kids, but he beat them into greatness. Joe had them kids not even believing in Santa or Jesus, giving you a whole Christmas album. They Jehovah's Witnesses. They didn't even have no mistletoe in the house. They didn't have no tree. And they gave you one of the better Christmas, Give Love on Christmas Day classic. That whole Jackson 5 album. The Jackson 5 album, the Temptations album, Kirk Franklin's Christmas album, Boyz II Men's Christmas albums. The four Christmas albums you can't go wrong with. There's toxicity in each one of them, but you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the Jackson 5 Christmas album. And if you don't want to hear kids sing the songs, then you go and get the Temptations Christmas album. They'll sing the same songs that they sang in the Jackson 5 Christmas album, just with grown-up voices. Those two right there. If you need a Jesus angle, Kirk Franklin's Christmas album, classic. Now Behold the Lamb, holds on forever. That's amazing. And if you need non-traditional Christmas songs, the Boyz II Men Christmas album, bam, Christmas Interpretations. Those are the 4 best Christmas albums of all time. And there's no debating it. There's no debating it. The Motown Christmas album, I ain't mad at it, but it ain't surefire. It's a good album, but it ain't. You got so we got Santa Claus Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman. You got White Christmas by the Supremes. See, some of it you lose some of it. It's a good album. It's Christmas Time by the Miracles. God rest you. See, some of the stuff up there, you just be like, I could deal without. Well, a lot of that album is just Stevie Wonder and the Jackson 5. You can't go wrong that way. You throw in the Temptations. On the Motown Christmas album, let's talk about it. The Motown Christmas album. Here goes song 1. Motown Christmas. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs by the Jackson 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 by the Temptations, and the rest by Stevie Wonder, the Miracles, and the Supremes. So it's not even a whole album of everybody. It's just like 3 artists. So it's not really a Motown Christmas. The Donny Hathaway album, good Christmas album-ish. It's got some strong songs. It's not full all the way through. Like, you can't just put that Donny on and just be like, I'm going to let that Donny roll. Mariah Carey, I just can't do it. I just can't force myself to listen to Mariah Carey Christmas album. I can't even do it. The word of the day today. The word of the day, so we can get out of here, is tincture. 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 A tincture refers to a solution made by mixing a medicinal substance in an alcoholic solvent. It can also refer to a slight trace of something, as in a tincture of doubt. The shelves behind the apothecary counter were lined with dozens of jars and vials containing tinctures of every color of the rainbow. A tincture. A tincture refers to a solution made by mixing a medicinal substance in an alcoholic solvent. You can also refer to a slight trace of something, as in a tincture of doubt. So next time y'all want to go and it's a bald head scallywag, the next time you want to go, you go and you sit there, look at you, girl, coming over here with that little tincture of hair. You got that tincture of hair. There you go. Lakeisha's in a medicinal field. She makes tinctures. So she knows I'm saying the word correctly. I'm giving you a proper thing. But that, I think that's a high quality. Listen, when you can insult somebody both physically and mentally, because a lot of them ain't going to be able to know what a tincture is. So you go in there and be like, girl, you in that little tincture of hair? And she ain't going to know what a tincture is. So she going to be thrown off because you insulted her intelligence as well as her bald-headedness. You got a whole teaspoon of hair. See, a lot of people think that's a lot. A lot of people like, oh, teaspoon of hair, that's a good amount. No, I'm telling you, we got a tincture. They ain't going to be messed up all kinds of ways because they don't know what a tincture is. They don't know what a tincture is. A tincture sounds like a sex toy. I ain't going to lie to you. Sound like something that Marche would have in her drawer. Reach over there and get my tincture. And that's just how I feel about that. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Tomorrow gonna be Friday, as far as I know. Tomorrow gonna be Friday, man. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be back to give y'all another show. As long as there ain't no Amber Alert at like 2 a.m, we'll be back to do another show, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching with your boy, man, because you know, anyway, I'm supposed to be here. Have an amazing day. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I'm out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off